Hey, I've been gone a while, and I owe you guys an explanation. First off, I'm sorry. My name is Aries, and this is my journey. So, if you've been following me for a while, you might have been wondering where I've gone. Last video I shared was a 2-month update on my alternate day fasting, and I had finally reached a weight where I had started the channel at, and I was so excited that everything was going to be down from here. And then life happened. A lot of life. A lot of really good things. Amazing things, actually. And then a lot of really crappy things that I'm still healing from. But you guys deserve to understand where I've been, because you're all so amazing and so supportive and absolutely incredible. A lot of you have reached out and said you've missed me and want me to come back, and I appreciate that. For the month of August, I did a challenge, and a lot of you were super successful. I was not. I crashed and burned. I ran out of steam, and I felt defeated. I felt like there was this extra pressure on myself because so many of you were watching and looking to me for support and guidance through your month. And I'm sorry. I know this is probably all just self-induced stress and pressure, but I still feel like I let you guys down. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how much of a toll it would take on me, on top of everything else I went through. So the month of August has always been hard for me. It's the month my dad was born. It was his birthday, but my dad passed away 9 years ago. So I always find it hard to get through the month of August, thinking about that. So that was already on my mind. I unfortunately found out that my dad's best friend, someone who I consider a second father, I spent every Saturday night at their house growing up watching hockey, and lots of time with their family. As a child growing up, I found out that his cancer has returned, and it's not good. So it's like losing my dad all over again. On the good notes, I did celebrate some amazing things. One, I got engaged. I am over the moon excited. When I first started dating Mike, I knew almost immediately that I was going to marry this man. He was like, or is like nobody else I have ever dated in my entire life. I've never once had to question his love for me or how he feels or what's going through his brain. He has been absolutely incredible, our entire relationship. We met at work, so for the first while of dating, I actually had to keep him kind of secret. One, because workplace politics is crazy, but two, because we wanted to make sure it was going to go somewhere and just have moments to ourselves before other people were involved. So I had to keep him secret for a while, and well, we chose to keep each other secret for a while. And even though I wasn't saying who it was, I was very adamant that I was going to marry him. So people would be asking about this new relationship, and I would say, he is incredible. I am going to marry him one day, and I am so over the moon happy. So it's finally happened. He proposed at my best friend's cottage, asked to take a picture down at the dock, and then got down on one knee. Over the moon excited. So glad it's happened. Can't wait to spend the rest of my life with this guy. I already knew I was going to, but now I have a pretty ring to prove it. Another amazing news. Backstory on it. For the last 13 years, I was told I could never get pregnant. I had cervical cancer at 23. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. The cone biopsies that they did for the cancer created a lot of scarring on my cervix. And they always said that it would be extremely hard for anything to get through. So for 13 years, I, told people I couldn't, and that, my chances were so slim, and it caused a lot of people to walk away from relationships with me because I wasn't going to be able to provide for them. Absolutely horrible, but hey, it led me to Mike, and Mike is absolutely fantastic. We decided, you know what, let's start trying. I'm 35 years old. I'm not getting any younger. I know that you are the person I want to be with. So we decided to start trying, expecting that if there was a miracle, it was going to be years down the road. In a completely shocking plot twist, we actually got pregnant right away. And I have never been so scared and so happy all at the same time. It was absolutely incredible to have this moment that I was told I would never experience. And for 8 weeks, I was exhausted. I was elated with happiness, and we got to tell our closest friends and family and celebrate the fact that the doctors were wrong. Unfortunately, at 8 weeks, we did lose it. And I'm still trying to heal from that. Mentally, I knew I was a high risk. So I understand that this is just life's way of dealing with a baby that wasn't going to be healthy. On the many hospital trips I've experienced over the last little while, one of the triage nurses, she said that a Buddhist, I think it was a Buddhist, I can't remember now, there's been so much, but she said that she was once taught that not all souls are meant to take a breath. Some are just here to teach us something. And it hit me very deeply, because this soul was just here to show me that it's possible, that I do have the ability to get pregnant, and that at the very least, I get to say I was pregnant for 8 weeks. I am hopeful I get to experience further than that in the future. But I did have to go for a ultrasound on my dad's birthday. It was an emergency ultrasound because I was spotting. But on my dad's birthday, we got to hear a heartbeat. And how cool is that, right? Yeah. It's been a lot. And I'm hopeful for the future. But also, I'm going to need some time. I will be making videos again. They may not be as regular as they once were for the first little while. Because one, I didn't have any energy while I was pregnant. Now, no one ever really explains to you just how painful miscarriages can be. I was in excruciating pain for multiple days. I have had to miss work. I tried to go back. I had to be pulled from work and taken to the hospital. I've been put on bed rest. I am physically exhausted from this whole process. My body is sore from daily tasks. Just making lunch puts me in so much pain that I have to sit down for several hours to recoup. So working out is definitely not on the docket, but I'm hopeful in the future it will be. Couple of years ago, I guess before the pandemic started, I guess in 2020? Yeah, 2020, I had registered for a half marathon in May. That obviously had to get postponed because of COVID. Last year they ran the event, but it was only virtually. And they gave you the option to do it virtually or to defer it again till 2022. So I decided to defer it again to 2022. So I just got an email saying that I'm pre-registered for this. So it might be crazy and it might not happen, but in my head, I'm thinking the best way to get through all of this turmoil and hurt and loss is to have a outlet. And when I was dealing with PTSD from work, I ran my first half marathon because having a training plan and giving myself time to just mentally escape on a run was exactly what I needed to get through that process. So I'm kind of in a similar situation. Now, I haven't run in a very long time. Physically, I'm in even worse condition than I was before. I'm up in weight because I had to stop alternate day fasting while I was pregnant. I'm also, as I just said, very physically in pain from this miscarriage. So it's going to take a bit to be able to even do a run. But the race isn't until May, and I'm thinking that's the perfect outlet to cope and move past and push through. So hopefully I will start a training plan soon to run a half marathon in May. And I will dedicate that to the baby I lost. So this probably isn't the video you expected. And I'm sorry it's the news I had to deliver, but it is why I have been gone. It's why I may be a little absent in this future. I'm going to do my best to try and start getting back out there because I do miss it. I miss making videos. I miss you guys. I miss everything about this. I miss having, goals and energy. But also I understand that my body needs time to heal. And, it's going to take some time. So I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate having this outlet to, cry on camera and look like garbage. And, there is also a video that I had started making before all of this, But obviously I have now changed my hair, and I need to still film other parts for that video. So is it weird that I like use footage and workouts from like a month and a half ago with like new footage from now, but like still put it out? I don't know. Is that possible? Can I do that? Because I really don't want to lose what I did for it. But I don't know. I don't really want to redo it all either. So let me know. Is that weird? I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for being so supportive. I hope you continue to stick with me through this part in the journey. You know, it's an unexpected part. I'm glad I got to celebrate for 8 weeks. I hope it doesn't take me 8 weeks to, you know, get back to normal. But it's part of life. And as one of the doctors explained, we both are healthy people. We both have healthy genes. Sometimes when those genes come together, even though they're everything that's needed to create a healthy baby, sometimes they just get crossed a little bit. And it'll allow things to develop to a certain point, but then it won't allow it to develop further than that. Because developing further than that wouldn't be a healthy child. So this is just nature's way of saying that we got things a little mixed up this time, but next time could be better. So that's awesome. And now at least I know that there can be a next time, because for 12 years I was told there wasn't a point in even wanting to try. So the positives from this: I am engaged to an absolutely incredible man, a man who doesn't care whether we do or don't have kids. He wants to be with me for me. We are hopeful that we can have kids down the road, but he is okay with being with me, regardless of the outcome. Another positive: we have a chance. We did it for 8 weeks. We can try and do it again. And knowing that there is a possibility in itself is absolutely incredible. So this isn't all doom and gloom. It's very sad. It's hard. But I am hopeful for the future. And I'm hopeful that you guys will stick around for it. And I feel like I'm just entering into this big loop of like saying the same thing over and over and over again. So on that note, I am going to end this, and thank you again. And I hope to see you all again soon. Much love.